It's time to move on. Y'all know what it's time for.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
More people coming out. And apparently the more people that come out, the more people comment, all of these people can't be, all of this can't be true. It can't. It can't. Why it can't? You know what's so funny? It's so many people that's not reading anything about what's going on. I still don't understand what crimes have been committed. Girl, are you okay? You don't understand what crimes have been committed. Why? Have you read? Let's read, because it feels as if everybody has their party line to defend Diddy, and they just comment whatever their party line is, but they're not actually reading these stories, because these six, none of this happened at a freak off. If I remember correctly, all of these seem to have happened like outside of any. One of them happened at Macy's. One of them happened at Macy's. I need for y'all to understand, being a rapist and being a freak are not the same thing. Stop conflating. Stop conflating. Y'all are weird. It's a lot of women saying a lot of dumb shit. I hope y'all stay safe, because y'all mentalities is very dangerous. Diddy cannot catch a break. A few weeks ago, Tony Busby, a Texas-based attorney who claimed to represent 120 of Diddy's alleged sexual assault victims. Now Busby has filed 6 new cases against Diddy, and they're very disturbing. Yes, they are. They are. 6 of the cases, with 4 of them coming from men, claim that Diddy sexually assaulted them spanning from 1995 to 2021. In each case, they claim Diddy sexually violated them and then threatened them with violence if they told. For everybody, why didn't you say anything? One of the male victims claims he was 16 when Diddy allegedly groped him by the penis at a party after the boy showed interest in the music industry. Another male victim says he was working security at a Diddy party, and these were not freak offs. These were regular parties, is what we're saying. Okay. This is what a lot of y'all don't seem to understand. People were being assaulted at those parties. And then there's a morning party. That's the freak off party. But essentially, you could get assaulted at any party, just like in college. Just anytime you would go to a bar, people would be, oh, watch your drink. Okay, this is something that happens in regular life. So it's very annoying when y'all get on the internet and act like y'all have a frame of reference outside of people about shit happening at a Diddy party. It's the same thing as any other type of party. Watch your drink. Another victim says he was working security at a Diddy party when he was unknowingly drugged and raped by Diddy and other men. The 2 other male victims claimed Diddy forced them to perform oral sex against their will. One of the men said he was just working, he was working for Echo, I believe, the clothing brand in Macy's. He was like a dresser, dressed the mannequins or something like that, but he worked for Echo in Macy's. Diddy was in Macy's for a Sean John situation, but I guess Echo at the time was his competition. So he has his security knock this man over the head who's working in the storeroom in Macy's, knocks him over the head, and then puts I think they said he looked around, security had guns, and Diddy was like, forced him to do it in Macy's back in the day. And apparently the CEO of Echo got in contact with the man. The man was fired from the store. Like, it's a bunch of shit with that seems, because Macy's is being named in the lawsuit. So yeah. And a lot of this stuff apparently has been corroborated. These are some of like the stories that actually have evidence. The security guard who said he was drugged at the party, Diddy gave him the drink, and I feel like I'm trying to remember how he got evidence, but he basically had, in the court documents, Tisa showed that there was a picture of whatever the drugs were in that was put into his drink. So yeah, the people, people in the comments who want to keep talking about, oh, this is all, y'all are not reading these stories. Y'all are not reading these lawsuits. These specific ones seem to have evidence. So I don't know, but it's new. And it just goes to show how out of pocket he was. Let's see. Doe, this is victim number 1. Doe claims that he bumped into Combs during the Hamptons event, taking a photo with Bad Boy Entertainment founder, which was included in the filing. A picture was included in the filing. They began to discuss Doe's interest in the music industry, moving to a private area where the conversation took an unexpected turn for the worse. The lawsuit claims Combs allegedly told Doe to drop his pants and said, "Don't you want to break into the business?" And then told him it was a rite of passage. Was squeezing on the little boy genitals and all of that. And y'all did see the video I posted on my community page with and Tisa also cited that girl's video. I guess we all saw that shit this weekend, girl, on soft white underbelly. And the girl talks about something that she had talked about years ago. She just retells the same story about how she went to a Diddy party and there were young girls there. And she was like, why are they here dressed up? She said they were dressed up in like I forgot what kind of costumes it was, but the girls, little girls, they were dressed up. She was like, I don't want to say what type, but they shouldn't have been there. She was like, they were little people. And I was like, what type of little people aren't supposed to be at a party? Children. Identifiable children. I'm gonna pull it up after this. But for everybody that doesn't want to believe he would do this to children, like, why don't you believe it? Why? The Jane Doe alleges Combs instructed the woman, it's victim 2, to imbibe more drinks and cocaine that he had prepared for them on a table. Combs continued getting gradually more aggressive with the 2 women and eventually began forcibly touching them without consent. The lawsuit states when they resisted, Combs ordered Miss Doe's friend to perform oral sex on him or else he would have them both killed. The woman says Combs ignored her attempts to resist and forced her to take her clothes off under the threat of violence. Once she was undressed, Combs forced himself on her. So, yeah. The third one, Doe claims he awoke in a bedroom, paralyzed, unable to move, speak, or fight back. This was the security guard. The man is working security. Diddy brings him, a drink. And he was like, I don't really want a drink. And Diddy was like, oh, it's okay. I'm your boss. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm your boss. So he takes the drink. He drinks one drink. Yeah, I think they said the man drank 1 or 2 drinks tops. And he ends up, it's a big security guard. So they obviously dosed him so that he wouldn't be able to fight back because he was a security guard. He says he distinctly recalls seeing Combs above him naked at one point during the assault, the lawsuit claims. During this time, plaintiff was sodomized by at least 3 men. Even talks about how things were coming out of his body after when he went home to shower, how things were still coming out of him. Yeah. The fourth victim, John Doe, this is the one from Macy's that I told y'all about, claims he was inside the Macy's stockroom when Combs entered the space with 3 bodyguards. Doe claims he was successfully struck in the back of the neck, falling to his knees. Combs approached plaintiff while plaintiff was still on his hands and knees and said, "S my D Echo," referring to the clothing line that plaintiff worked for, the lawsuit claims. Combs thereafter forced his penis into plaintiff's mind, proceeded to forcefully and brutally orally R plaintiff. Number 5, by the second drink, the man claims that he felt extremely ill, leaned against his truck for support, later claimed he believed the drink. Oh, wait, no, this is a security guard story. Child, listen, because I know one of them, I must have got the stories confused, but I thought he said that he did that to the security guard. It was more than one man. It might have been both of these men that, other men came in and did something to him once he was drunk, once they were drunk. Let me read it. While the security guard fell sick, Combs allegedly, no, the other one said he was working for security too. Combs allegedly approached him and pushed him into an open van. The lawsuit claims that Combs held down and overpowered the man, who struggled to escape due to the effects of the drugs in his system. Combs allegedly sexually assaulted the man, according to the lawsuit, all the while dismissing plaintiff's pleas for help, repeatedly saying, "You'll be all right." In the years since, the man says, while he considers himself an all-American guy, there is not a day that goes by without thoughts of traumatic incidents. So both of them were security. I just got the stories mixed up. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. This is a lot, y'all. Like he pushed somebody into a van. This is victim 6, and this is the one that was assaulted at the One More Chance promo party. I don't want to read any more of this, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Ain't no way he was doing all this and ain't nobody say nothing. Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Because to me, it seems like everybody pretty much went along with it. It's no different than when, I mean, y'all literally see him doing this shit in interviews. You see him doing this in interviews. So, what you have to understand about somebody that's a predator is that their behavior is predatory. So, it's going to show up in the way they deal with people. So, whenever you see those interviews with Noriega, Fab, even the Breakfast Club, there are interviews that Diddy has done where he's obviously flirting with another grown ass man. It's not really flirting, it's predatory. It's predatory. So you have to understand in that moment, he's literally being like predatory towards another man in front of everybody. And what does everybody do? They say nothing. You've literally watched people say nothing because they know that they'll be threatened too. Why would they say anything? So it's very weird when y'all say, oh, he was doing all of this and when nobody saying nothing. People were saying shit. Y'all don't believe them when they say shit. They got so many people still talking about how they only believe the Cassie story. I don't know why. I don't know why. He may not be guilty of everything, but he's definitely guilty of something. They're literally telling you the shit he's guilty of in the story. These stories are so insane. There's no way. Really, Bobby Lights? Really? You've been around people and you really think there's no way? At this point, I am done. I no longer believe the charges against Sean Combs. Y'all. The more stories that come out, the less y'all believe it. I need a break from this Diddy app. Y'all click on these stories. Y'all literally have to click on them in order to comment on them. Why are you clicking on them if you don't want to hear about it? Why? You can literally just scroll past it. Nobody's forcing you. Are y'all okay? People willingly took drugs at the parties and got freaked. Now they acting like victims for money. You look, nobody read anything. None of these people in these comments read any of this because they would see that none of these people were really at parties taking drugs willingly. None of the people in the lawsuits willingly took anything. And I'm gonna ask you this. Why do you think he had to sneak it in people's drinks if they were willingly taking drugs? And I could willfully smoke weed and not want you to put GHB in my drink so I can't move. Like what? Why would I not want to be able to move when I'm having sex if I really just wanted to freak off? What's wrong with y'all? Like something is really wrong with everybody. And I just want y'all to clock. I want y'all to clock the people in the comments, right? The men in the comments, the women in the comments that are defending these things, like clock them. Clock their profiles. Like, who are you? Like Bobby Likes, we know who you are. It's insane that you even say that. It's insane that you even say that. But if you look at some of these people pages, just know they're either trolls or people you need to be, like, oh yeah, nigga, oh, you gonna post DMX on your page. We ain't never heard a fucking story about DMX. Don't post him on your page because you sound like you align yourself with rapist. So you dropped your pants and then Diddy grabbed you the moment he told you to drop your pants. You didn't try to fight for your manhood. Mind you, fight for your manhood. This person, I believe, was underaged. One of them was underage who he told to like take their pants down. It was somebody that was like a teenager or something. And I feel like it's so crazy that people don't understand like why you would listen to him. I'm scared. If I don't take them down, he's going to, like, what is he going to do to me if I don't? Being in a locked room with somebody that can overpower you, that already has a power dynamic over you. People make decisions in a moment because they're frozen and don't know what to do. They're not expecting for that to happen in the moment. Like, oh Lord.